Good afternoon, everyone. I trust you are all excited to be part of this project again. This afternoon, we're going to look at sentences and specifically the classification of sentences. So let's have a look at what we've already done. I'm Mrs. Swart, and I'll be guiding you through this. And I'm sure that we're going to learn a lot today. Just a reminder, if you have a pen and paper, maybe you can take a note or two about what you've already learned. So, the following has been taught so far. You've learned about the types of sentences, where you have the following that we've already done. We have looked at sentences that are statement sentences. There are questions, exclamations, and commands or imperatives. Just a reminder, I did say before, remember the word imperatives because that is the one that is going to be used the most. That's usually what they refer to. Now we're going to look at classification, and today's lesson is very short. So it's going to give you enough time to really concentrate on your quiz today, and I'm excited to see what you do. So the classification has 3 different groups. These 3 groups are the following: simple sentences, you have compound sentences, and complex sentences. Okay, so now we want to know exactly what we mean by these different sentences. So let us look at a simple sentence. A simple sentence has one finite verb and it deals with one idea. For example, if we look at this sentence, Jackie sings a song. It tells us sings is the verb, and we know that sings can stand on its own. And the sentence Jackie sings makes perfect sense. It can stand on its own as well. So that will help you to remember a simple sentence. And it's important for you to remember what these are, because when we get to a compound sentence, it's going to be more than one simple sentence together that's joined, and that will give us compound sentences. But if you haven't learned what a simple sentence is, you're going to forget exactly what it is that you need to know, and then you won't be able to answer the quiz, or you're going to take wild guesses and you won't know why. Now, the compound sentence has 2 or more finite verbs. There could be 2 or more simple sentences. That's what it's telling us. And they are joined by a conjunction, a coordinated conjunction, a joining word. It puts these 2 sentences together with a joining word. Now let's have a look at this sentence. We know that in a sentence there's a subject, a verb, and an object, or a subject and a predicate. Jill plays tennis at the club and works on her tablet at school. Jill plays tennis at the club. That's a simple sentence. Jill works on her tablet at school. That's a simple sentence. And they are joined together by the conjunction and. And that will really assist you to understand exactly what these are. Next, we have complex sentences. Now, very often learners are confused between complex and compound sentences. So be very careful that you don't confuse yourself by not learning how the rules work, because it's very simple. If we know the rules, it means that we'll be able to cope. In a complex sentence, there is one main or one independent clause. Independent means I don't have to depend on anyone else. I don't have to rely on anyone else or anything else. So an independent clause, and Mr. Osborne taught you about phrases and clauses. There is then also one or more subordinate or dependent clause. And the dependent clause, it provides you with additional information. I want to tell you a secret. Usually we speak of parentheses, or when there's something added to tell us more about the actual sentence or the actual topic, but it isn't really necessary for this. The actual topic or sentence can still stand on its own. Now, these are joined by what's called a subordinating conjunction. Those are things like, for instance, although, because. Now let's look at this one, and it's color-coded to help you. Jackie sang a song while she was waiting for the bus after she had left school. Jackie sang a song is our independent. It's our main clause. The two conjunctions here that are linking these three sentences are while and after, and our dependent clause is she was waiting for the bus, and the second one is she had left school. Now, remember what I always say to you is practice makes perfect. So this very simple lesson showing us the difference between simple sentences, complex sentences, and compound sentences is going to help you to complete the quiz. And we only have 10 questions to complete today. So we're going to make sure that practice makes perfect. You're going to click on the link below to complete the exercise. You're going to identify the classification of sentences. You're going to tell me whether it's simple, compound, or complex. And on the next slide, there's the QR code. And I always say when I give you the QR code or when you get to the quiz, good luck with the quiz. I'm looking forward to seeing your responses. Keep safe and make sure that you practice, because that is the only way you are going to succeed. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Enjoy the quiz.